In the hallowed halls of Yale University, among the future presidents and Supreme Court justices, a secret has been brewing for nearly 2 centuries. It's not a student club. It's not an academic society. It is a clandestine brotherhood that forges the American elite in a crucible of secrecy and ritual. Its members are not elected. They are chosen. Their loyalty is not to the public, but to each other. This is the world of Skull and Bones. What is Skull and Bones? Founded in 1832, Skull and Bones is the most infamous senior year secret society at Yale University. Each year, it selects, or taps, only 15 senior students. This isn't about meritocracy. It's about pedigree, potential, and connections. It's a ceremonial lodge, a crucible where the future rulers of the free world are inducted into a lifelong fraternity. This is not a college fraternity in the ordinary sense. It is a foundational network. Its members have gone on to become presidents of the United States, directors of the CIA, CEOs of global corporations and Wall Street giants, secretaries of state, justices of the Supreme Court. The roster reads like a who's who of the American establishment: President George H. W. Bush, President George W. Bush, Secretary of State John Kerry, Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart, and longtime statesman Henry Stimson. The legacy is deliberate and self-perpetuating. The tomb, where it all happens. The heart of this mystery is the tomb. This is the windowless, sandstone building on Yale's campus where the society meets. Its ominous, Egyptian revival-style architecture features thick walls and heavy doors, designed to keep prying eyes out and secrets in. Inside, legends and rumors flourish. It is said to contain skeletons and coffins used in initiation rites, black candles and ritualistic throne chairs, portraits of past members with cryptic hand gestures. The alleged skull of the Apache leader Geronimo, said to have been robbed from his grave by Bones Men in 1918. Other rumored relics include the stolen skull of revolutionary Pancho Villa, and even darker, unsubstantiated whispers point to a skull belonging to Adolf Hitler's mistress, Eva Braun. The tomb is not just a meeting place. It's a sanctuary for the rituals that bind these men for life. The initiation rituals, a psychological crucible. What happens inside the tomb has been pieced together from anonymous accounts and leaks. The initiation is described as a night-long psychological ordeal designed to break down the individual and rebuild him as part of the collective Bones identity. The ritual reportedly involves being led into the building in complete darkness, being confronted by senior members wearing masks and robes who shout and intimidate the newcomers, a confessional where the initiate is pressured to reveal his deepest secrets, sexual fantasies, and personal fears, a process of creating blackmail-worthy leverage and absolute vulnerability, a symbolic death and rebirth, where the initiate lies in a coffin and is reborn as a new member of the order. Finally, a sacred oath of lifelong silence is sworn. The psychological intensity of these rituals is so powerful that some observers have compared them to a form of mind control, creating an unbreakable bond forged in shared trauma and secrecy. Symbolism and the occult connection. The society's imagery is death-obsessed. The primary emblem is a skull and crossbones with the number 322 beneath it. The meaning of 322 is itself a secret, but several theories persist. It represents the year 322 BC, when the Athenian orator Demosthenes died, a symbol of eloquence and power. It signifies that the society is chapter 322 of a German secret society from which it allegedly originated. It is a code for the society's belief system, the second chapter of the third generation of a secret order. Their ceremonies are believed to borrow from Freemasonry, but with heavy infusions of Germanic mysticism, Gnostic beliefs, and Egyptian symbolism. It's a cult of death and rebirth. Members are said to carry small bones as tokens of membership, and one ritual involves symbolically drinking blood from a skull, which is actually red wine. Influence on politics and global business. The true power of Skull and Bones lies not in its rituals, but in its network. For generations, Bonesmen have actively helped each other ascend to the highest echelons of power, creating a shadow network of influence. Stark examples include the 2004 U.S. presidential election, which was essentially a contest between two Bonesmen, George W. Bush and John Kerry. Regardless of the winner, Skull and Bones won. Major financial institutions like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and investment firms like Brown Brothers Harriman, co-founded by a Bonesman, have been heavily populated with members. Multiple CIA directors, including former Director Robert Lovett, and powerful figures in the FBI and the Supreme Court have been members. This is not an alumni association. It is a system of patronage. When a Bonesman needs a favor, a job filled, or a policy pushed, he has a direct line to the most powerful offices in the world. Conspiracy theories. Do they run the United States? The pervasive influence of Skull and Bones has fueled theories that it functions as an American shadow government. The argument is that this group, unelected and unaccountable, operates in concert to steer the nation's destiny according to its own interests. They don't need to command armies. They place their members in key positions of influence: the White House, the Pentagon, the boardrooms of Wall Street, and the editorial boards of major media outlets. Their strength is in placement, not publicity. They don't seek credit, they seek control. Critics argue that this represents a fundamental corruption of democracy, where the loyalties of leaders are divided between the public good and their secret oaths. Secrets that have never been fully revealed. The code of silence is brutally enforced. Former members who have attempted to speak out have faced severe consequences. One potential whistleblower in the 1990s found his legal career destroyed and was ostracized. Another Yale student who investigated the society died under mysterious circumstances on campus, a death that many researchers find suspicious. Documents related to the society have been allegedly suppressed, and public discussions are often met with swift legal threats. The message is clear: the secrets of the tomb are to be kept, or the price will be paid. This culture of intimidation ensures that the inner workings of Skull and Bones remain one of the best-kept secrets in American power. Finale. The unanswered question. So, we are left with a chilling question. Why should a group of just 15 students per year, sworn to secrecy in a windowless tomb, wield such disproportionate influence over the fate of a nation? Why do the highest leaders of a democratic country pledge their ultimate allegiance to a clandestine brotherhood? The most terrifying possibility is not that they are plotting world domination in a literal sense, but that their shared loyalty creates an invisible framework of power that operates independently of the will of the people. When you control the people who control the corporations, the government, and the intelligence agencies, you don't need to rule openly. You already rule from the shadows. The next topic is even darker. We delve into the underbelly of fame and power, the industry, rituals, and missing children, the truth behind elite Hollywood. Stay tuned. The most disturbing revelations are yet to come.